Checking in now with our guy, the hardest working man in the business, Antonio Daniels, former NBA player, Pelicans analyst. A. Daniels 33 on X, a.k.a. Twitter. What's up, AD?
What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Doing great. So, Antonio, were you a part of the media horde that drank all of the Lakers Kool-Aid as well?
No.
Why not? Why didn't you buy in where all these people had them with a clear path, not only to win the first round, but to get to the finals? Like, I just could not get over.
I can tell you why I didn't buy in. I can tell you in a heartbeat, Rob, why I didn't buy in. Because I don't believe in big threes. I don't believe in big twos, especially when they all do the same thing. We continue to see this year after year after year. Teams try and skip steps by simply throwing talent together and thinking that it's going to work. Phoenix, no, it's not going to work. Brooklyn, no, it's not going to work. You can go down the list. The Lakers, the thing that I liked about the Lakers initially was just the fact that they had the star power and the firepower. My question was, not in the regular season, when you're going to play Charlotte on one night and then Utah on the next night and then the Pelicans on the next night, and then where you can look really good on certain nights. I'm talking about the postseason. How is it going to look in the postseason with LeBron next to Luka, next to Austin Reeves? And we got our answer.
All right, so jump in this one, AD. We've been having conversations. Rob said LeBron needed to retire. I said, bro, average 24, 8, and 8 or whatever it was. It's absolutely crazy. To me, this is the perfect season for him. I don't know if you saw D-Wade recently did it in a podcast. He said that him and LeBron, they decided to lock in the year they were like, we got to win this finals, and they were tied together. And I think this is that offseason for Luka to study up how you get in best shape, what the heck you're doing out here in L.A., and you come back and you do something.
Antonio, LeBron is 2-12 in his last 14 playoff games.
Listen, you know what I won't do? I won't make this about LeBron. This ain't about LeBron.
It's not.
Let's be honest. No, this ain't about LeBron. LeBron's 40 years old and still playing high-level basketball. He's the best conditioned athlete on that team. As much as people try and shift this and deflect this to LeBron, this has a lot to do with Luka.
That's what I said, AD.
But for some reason, people don't want to have this conversation because it's easier to talk bad about LeBron than talk about.
No, that's not
maybe,
true.
Hold on. Maybe, just maybe, what Nico Harrison saw and the vision that he saw made sense. Maybe it made sense.
I've already said that. I'm with you. Okay? I've said this. I've said this.
That's why, listen, it's unfair. It's unfair for LeBron James at 40 years old to have to, one, play the center position because JJ Redick made drastic changes from the regular season to the postseason. Number two, to have to guard the best perimeter player on the opposing team because this Lakers team is not constructed to defend a team like Minnesota. That's not on LeBron. Sorry. No. Can't do that.
LeBron also, look at his numbers in the fourth quarter. Look at the big 40. Turning point game. I'm just saying, like you could talk about compiling numbers, okay? And I get that. You want to go look at LeBron. Oh, he scored 24. Don't blame him. But that's not how it's done. How much impact did you have? What baskets did you get when your team needed him? They got nothing from him late. Okay. And that's why I'm saying, how long are you going to play? Sometimes you can overstay your welcome. You're not the same player. How is he 2-12 in his last 14 playoff games?
Hey, there's no question he's not the same player, Rob, because he's 40 years old. There's no question. It. And no one's saying that he's the same. No one's saying that he's the same player. Here's what I saw LeBron do. Actually, it's funny how it works. Because LeBron's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. You know what people said? LeBron needs to take a back seat. And you know what he did? He took a back seat to Luka. And now you know what people said? Oh, man, you know what? He didn't show up. I thought he was supposed to take a back seat.
A back seat doesn't mean you go scoreless in the fourth quarter of a deciding game 4 on the road.
And you know what else that means? What else that means is your coach doesn't make drastic decisions like at 40 years old saying, you know what, I'm going to play you the entire second half.
I agree. JJ Redick was a bad hire. You can't learn on the job with a 40-year-old superstar. I'm saying it. Okay? You can't. It's ridiculous. LeBron, you cannot. NOT, have a guy learn on the job. Have a guy do something playing all five players.
Come on, Rob.
All five players. Come on, man. Look at that team.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but think about how many coaches have learned on the job. Steve Kerr learned on the job. You know what I mean? Steve Nash
And also
learned
Steve
on the
Nash
job.
learned on the job. How did that get him?
I
There's
just said
plenty
what
of
you said.
guys who have failed.
Nash as
There's
well.
plenty. There's plenty who have failed.
But there are also some that have succeeded. Greg Popovich learned on the job. You know what I mean? So it doesn't. There are success stories and failures, no matter what. And after 1 year of coaching,
But the difference
I am not
between
at the point-
Pop wasn't an assistant coach. JJ was never a coach. Zero.
There are many, Rob. There are many that weren't coaches. After one bad, very poor coached postseason series, I am not at the point where I'm ready to say JJ Redick was a bad hire.
Hey,
I'm not there.
Hey, AD, real quick for us. What are you doing with Giannis? Are you pushing through another year? He's going to be – Damian Lillard's going to be – okay, you sound like me. It's time. Yeah, go ahead.
No, like it comes a point where, like, there are certain teams that pushed all their chips to the middle of the table, now they're stuck. Phoenix did this. Now they're stuck. They don't have a choice because the three things that you need, they don't have. They don't have financial flexibility, and Milwaukee as well. They don't have financial flexibility. They don't have assets as far as drafting is concerned, and they don't have good young players to build around outside of Giannis. So if you don't have that, now it's time to reset. And I think this should be a collaboration of, you know what, we did this, we got a championship with this, now it's time for both of us to move on. Trade me so you can get assets, but just send me somewhere that I want to go.
All right. Well, we got to leave it there, AD. Always great having you on, as always. We appreciate your time, my guy.
Thank you.
For sure. Appreciate it, fellas. All right, Rob.